Hello and welcome to another installment of Imagine Your Story and Write It from the Newburgh Free Library. My name is Sarah Scoggin. In the last storytelling/writing video that I put on this channel, we talked about storytelling games, and one of the games was one person starting a story and another person finishing it. So today we're going to play that game, and we're going to talk about genres of stories. So if you are following Read Squared, if you're on the Summer Reading Program digital app, or if you would like to join, I'll put a link down in the description. So your mission is to finish one of these stories. And you can log that on Read Squared. So let's get started. What is a genre? A genre is a type of story. There are several different genres. I'm going to talk about 5 of them today. There are more. So the first genre I want to talk about is the fantasy or fairy tale genre. Sometimes those are put together. So fantasy, lots of magic, sometimes there are castles. I'll put a link to the video where I talk more about fairy tales and folk tales and magic in stories. So here is a fairy tale story starter. Once upon a time, there were 3 brothers. The oldest was strong. The middle brother was clever, and the youngest brother was humble. When it was time for them to go out into the world, their father offered them a choice of 3 gifts. The oldest chose a bag of gold. The middle brother chose a box full of fine clothing, silks, and shoes. The youngest brother chose a small rusty key. And then they all went out into the world. Okay, so you have to take it from there. What happens to the 3 brothers? What does that key unlock? So in fairy tales, that often happens where there'll be 3 of something, or you can tell people some are clever, some are strong, some are wise. So let's move on to the second genre is science fiction. So it either takes some real science or an idea from science and it tells a story with it. So here's the science fiction story. Once upon a time, there was a young woman who wanted to learn to fly starships, ships in space. And so she went to a school to learn that. But the school was on a space station in space. One day she was studying for one of her tests, and a small glowing alien appeared in her room and said, "I need your help. I've been hiding. You're the first person that I've talked to on the station. No one else knows I'm here." Okay, so you take it from there. What does the alien need help with? Why is he asking her for help? Can she help? The next type of story, the next genre, is adventure. There are many different kinds of adventure, but this one is a pirate adventure. Once upon a time, there was a young man who wanted to see places far away. So he ran away from the town where he was born, and he hid in a ship. No one knew he was there. He wasn't supposed to be there. But after the ship had sailed far out into the ocean, the young man, the stowaway, noticed a pirate ship coming. Okay, so you take it from there. Is he going to try to warn the people even though he's supposed to be hiding? Is the ship going to be captured? What would the pirates do if they captured the ship? Will he try to get in a small boat and row away? So, pirate adventure. The next story is historical genre. So historical fiction is fiction that happens in a past time in history, even though it was written in the present or closer to the present than the story happens. So here's a historical story. There was a family who had 9 children, and they were going across a big open prairie in covered wagons. When they finally got to the town where they were going to start their farm, they were able to buy some pigs from a rancher who was leaving the town. The rancher said, "Because I'm leaving, I'll sell you these pigs for not too much money." And the family was very happy. They thought that was good luck. But the next morning, when they woke up, The pigs had escaped from the pen and they were running around all throughout the town. So what happens after that? And the last genre that I want to talk about today is mystery. A mystery could happen in historical fiction or it could be adventure too, but the thing about mysteries is that there are some kind of clues for you to follow, something that no one understands at the beginning of the story to figure out. So, once there was a brother and a sister who were sent away to a summer camp, and they have to figure out who is it that's leaving strange messages in code in all the birdhouses along the hiking trail. Who could it be? What do the messages mean? If they figure out the message, is it leading them to treasure? What is it leading them to? So I hope you enjoyed those story starters, and I hope to see what you come up with at the end of those stories. You don't have to put your whole story in Read Square if you just want to put an outline of the story. You can put more of the story in the box if you want, or you can email me the story at scoggin@rcls.org if you would like your story to be part of our summer story collection. Thanks so much for watching. See you again next time.